Listen up, you donkey! We're about to embark on a culinary journey that'll make your taste buds scream for mercy. Some foods are so bloody rare, you need to be struck by lightning just to get a sniff. We're talking about delicacies hidden in the far corners of the globe. Ingredients so elusive they make gold dust look like a supermarket staple. Today we're diving deep into the world of culinary unicorns, the kind of food that separates the true gourmands from the amateur hour cooks. Get ready to discover 10 incredible foods you can only eat if you're bloody lucky. First up, we're heading straight to the heart of Italy, truffle country, where we're on the hunt for culinary gold, white truffles. These pungent beauties are the rock stars of the fungi world, more prized than diamonds by chefs and foodies in the know. Now, finding these bad boys is no walk in the park. They're buried underground, hiding amongst the roots of oak and hazelnut trees like they've got something to hide. And you can forget about cultivating these beauties. They only grow wild, making them even more elusive. You need a keen nose and a well-trained truffle hound to sniff out these subterranean treasures. But when you do strike truffle gold, you've hit the culinary jackpot. The aroma is intoxicating, earthy and pungent, enough to make your head spin. So if you ever find yourself wandering the forests of Piedmont with a truffle hunter and his dog, consider yourself bloody lucky. Next, we're off to the land of the rising sun, Japan, where we're on the hunt for another rare delicacy, the Matsutake mushroom. These prized fungi are so elusive, they're practically mythical creatures. Forget about finding these beauties in your local supermarket. Matsutake mushrooms only grow in specific forests, under red pine trees, and they're notoriously difficult to cultivate. The Japanese revere these mushrooms like they're sacred relics. Their aroma is what sets them apart, a heady mix of pine, spice, and earthiness that's unlike anything you've ever encountered. And because they're so rare, Matsutake mushrooms command a king's ransom. Whether they're grilled simply over charcoal, simmered in a delicate soup, or steamed in rice, Matsutake mushrooms are a culinary experience that'll stay with you long after the last bite. So, if you ever get the chance to taste these elusive mushrooms, consider yourself one lucky devil. You've just experienced the pinnacle of Japanese cuisine. Hold on to your hats because we're about to dive into the world of fugu, the infamous pufferfish that's as deadly as it is delicious. This Japanese delicacy can kill you if it's not prepared with the precision of a brain surgeon. Fugu contains a deadly toxin called tetrodotoxin, which is 100 times more potent than cyanide. One wrong move by the chef and you're pushing up daisies. That's why only highly trained, licensed chefs are allowed to prepare fugu. These guys are the culinary equivalent of ninjas, trained for years to remove the poisonous parts with surgical precision. The thrill of the chase, the allure of the forbidden, and the fact that fugu, when prepared properly, is said to be absolutely mind-blowing. It's a delicate, almost ethereal flavor with a slightly chewy texture. So, if you're feeling brave and have a death wish, I dare you to try fugu. Just make sure you're sitting in a reputable restaurant with a chef who knows what they're doing. Let's cool down with a trip to India, where we're about to encounter a fruit so refreshing it'll make your taste buds sing. I'm talking about ice apples, also known as palm fruit or toddy fruit. These translucent orbs look like something out of a fairy tale, and they're only available for a short time each year, making them even more special. Imagine cracking open this delicate fruit and being greeted by a gush of cool, jelly-like flesh. It's like biting into a natural ice pop with a subtly sweet, slightly nutty flavor that'll quench your thirst on the hottest of days. Ice apples are packed with electrolytes, making them the perfect pick-me-up after a long day in the scorching Indian sun. You can eat them fresh, straight from the fruit, or get adventurous and try them in salads, desserts, or even savory dishes. But be warned, these beauties are highly perishable, so you have to be quick to enjoy them at their peak. They're a fleeting taste of summer, a reminder that the best things in life are often the most ephemeral. So if you ever find yourself in India during ice apple season, do yourself a favor and grab a handful of these refreshing gems. Now let's talk about luxury, the kind of indulgence that'll make your wallet weep. I'm talking about Almas Caviar, the rarest and most expensive caviar in the world. Forget about your fancy black caviar, this stuff makes beluga look like fish paste. Almas Caviar comes from the beluga sturgeon, but not just any beluga sturgeon. We're talking about albino beluga sturgeons, which are about as rare as unicorns. These pale creatures are found in the Caspian Sea, and their eggs are a thing of legend. Imagine tiny pearly white beads that practically melt on your tongue, releasing a wave of buttery, nutty, umami flavor that's unlike anything you've ever tasted. Of course, all this exclusivity comes at a price. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars for a single kilogram of this liquid gold. So, unless you're a sheikh, a sultan, or a lottery winner, chances are you'll never get to taste Almas Caviar. Next, we're jetting off to Southeast Asia, where we're on the hunt for the elusive dragon fruit. Also known as pitaya, it has vibrant pink skin, green scales, and sweet white flesh speckled with black seeds. Its flowers bloom for just one night, releasing an intoxicating fragrance. You can find dragon fruit in supermarkets, but tasting it in the wild is unmatched. It's a race against time to savor it at its peak. The flavor is subtle yet refreshing, a mix of pear, kiwi, and melon. So if you find yourself in Southeast Asia, keep an eye out for the dragon fruit. It's worth staying up all night for. Fasten your seatbelts because we're about to delve into the world of spices, where we'll encounter a culinary treasure that's worth more than its weight in gold: saffron. This crimson-colored spice derived from the crocus flower is the epitome of luxury, and for good reason. It takes thousands of these delicate flowers, hand-harvested at the crack of dawn, to produce just a few grams of saffron. It's a labor-intensive process that's been passed down through generations, and it's what gives saffron its hefty price tag. But trust me, one whiff of this spice and you'll understand why it's called red gold. The aroma is intoxicating, a heady mix of honey, hay, and something almost mystical. And the flavor? It's complex and nuanced, with earthy, floral, and slightly bitter notes that add depth and complexity to any dish. From Spanish paella to Indian biryani, saffron elevates food to an art form, so the next time you reach for the salt and pepper, spare a thought for saffron, the king of spices. Get ready to have your mind blown because we're about to explore the world of miracle berries, a tiny fruit with the power to transform your taste buds. These bright red berries, native to West Africa, contain a special protein called miraculin that has a rather peculiar effect on your sense of taste. When you eat a miracle berry, it binds to your taste receptors, making sour foods taste incredibly sweet. That's right, lemons taste like lemonade. Vinegar transforms into a sweet syrup, and even the most mouth-puckering sour candy becomes a sugary delight. Miracle berries have become increasingly popular in recent years, with people using them to explore new culinary experiences and even curb their sugar cravings. Imagine eating a whole lemon like it's an orange, or enjoying a shot of apple cider vinegar without the face-contorting sourness. So if you're looking for a taste adventure that's both bizarre and delicious, keep your eyes peeled for miracle berries. They're a reminder that the culinary world is full of surprises. Meat lovers, prepare to bow down before the king of beef, Kobe beef. This Japanese delicacy is the stuff of legends, renowned for its buttery texture, rich marbling, and melt-in-your-mouth flavor. It's the culinary equivalent of driving a Rolls-Royce. True Kobe beef comes from a specific breed of Wagyu cattle raised in the Hyogo prefecture of Japan. These pampered cows live a life of luxury, with some even treated to massages and classical music. The result of all this pampering is beef that's so tender it practically dissolves on your tongue. The marbling, those delicate streaks of fat that run through the meat, is what gives Kobe beef its signature richness and flavor. It's like eating a piece of edible velvet. Of course, all this exclusivity comes at a price. Kobe beef is one of the most expensive meats in the world, with a single steak setting you back hundreds of dollars. But trust me, one bite, and you'll understand why. It's an experience that'll ruin all other steaks for you. Finally, let's dive into the ocean depths, where we'll encounter a culinary treasure that's as beautiful as it is delicious: sea grapes. These emerald green orbs, also known as green caviar or sea grapes, are a type of seaweed that's popular in Southeast Asian cuisine. Imagine tiny, translucent grapes that burst in your mouth with a salty, slightly briny flavor, reminiscent of the ocean itself. They're crunchy, refreshing, and utterly addictive. Sea grapes are often eaten raw, as a garnish, or added to salads for a burst of flavor and texture. They're also packed with nutrients, making them a healthy and delicious snack. Sea grapes are only found in warm tropical waters, making them a rare treat for those lucky enough to live near the coast. They're a reminder that the ocean is full of culinary treasures waiting to be discovered. So there you have it, you lot. 10 of the most rare and elusive foods on this planet. We've traveled from the truffle forests of Italy to the depths of the ocean, all in pursuit of culinary adventures. These foods are so rare, so exclusive that most of us will never get the chance to try them. But that's what makes food so bloody exciting. There's always something new to discover, something to strive for. So keep exploring, keep your taste buds open, and who knows, maybe one day, you'll get lucky enough to taste one of these culinary unicorns. Until then, keep dreaming big and eating well. Would you be lucky enough to try these rare foods? Let us know which one you'd love to taste the most. Subscribe for more amazing food discoveries.